Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be looking at the S.H.Figuarts Son Gohan, the fighter who surpassed Goku. Now this is basically 3.0 Gohan, because they have tackled this design of Gohan multiple times before, or more likely this era of Gohan multiple times before, but not quite like this. And we will be getting into that later. So this is Super Saiyan 1 Gohan from the Cell Saga. Now, the important thing about this is that previous releases of Gohan have had the Super Saiyan 2 head sculpt, and usually a Super Saiyan 1 alternate head. Whereas this one is purely just Super Saiyan 1, and it's pretty much just him as he appeared just before the Cell games and during the start of the Cell games. So it's an interesting figure, and he does come with some interesting accessories, and some stuff that they haven't done before in the Dragon Ball Z line. And of course it is a 3.0 figure, so there is some pretty cool modern engineering going on here. So let's get right into it. So taken out of the box, we can see that Gohan comes with 5 faces, an alternate head sculpt, a cloak, as well as a bunch of different hands. It's a pretty good spread for a standard release figure, and he's not all that expensive, at least in Japan. But I imagine he will become more sought after over time, because I can imagine all the different kit bashes people will be doing, custom head sculpts, and all sorts of things. We are probably going to get a new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan pretty soon, but only time will tell how that one actually turns out, because it will probably be battle damaged, and people will want a normal body sculpt for that too. But taken out of the box, here he is, and he's looking pretty damn good. It is the classic look that he has during the Cell Saga, which is Piccolo's gi, and he is a shorter figure, pretty much in scale with how he should be at this time. And effectively that is the 3.0 sculpt shrunk down, similar to what they did with Krillin, the Earth's Strongest Warrior or whatever it was, the Krillin 2.0 figure. It's a 3.0 mold just shrunk down, so different leg articulation, different body articulation, and just generally a slightly chunkier sculpt, but a more solid sculpt. Before we move into anything like posability or anything like that, we will do size comparison. So here is Gohan next to the 2.0 Goku. This is the full power Super Saiyan Goku, as well as the Proud Namekian Piccolo. Here he is next to the original Perfect Cell. This is the premium color edition. And here he is next to 2.0 Gohan and 1.0 Gohan. Now the 1.0 sculpt is one of the very first Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts they've ever done, and it hasn't really aged that gracefully. It does have a pretty cool loadout, because you've got the first form head, the second form head, a couple faces, as well as a cloak. It is a hard plastic cloak, so he can just sort of stand stock still, but it is cool nonetheless. The 2.0 Gohan has the first form head and the second form head as well, and is battle damaged, and was pretty much right at the start of the 2.0 figures, I'm pretty sure. So it was right when the sculpts were getting better, when the range of motions were getting better, and everything like that. So it is interesting to have this one as a comparison, because it's just Super Saiyan 1 Gohan, but is just an immensely better figure than the 1.0. So moving right along to posability, Gohan has got a ball joint in the head and neck, so it allows for a really free range of movement. You can look down that far and up that far. His arm can go out that far normally, can rotate all the way around. The sleeve is a separate piece and takes a little bit of getting used to. There is an upper arm swivel, bend at the elbow, and hinge at the wrist. He has a soft chest, so there is an ab crunch inside there, but it is a little bit hard to get to. The waist sash is connected to the torso. There is a ball joint at the hips, which allows for crunching and rotation. You can kick forward that far and back that far. The crotch is a soft plastic, so it doesn't really get in the way, so you can split. There is a thigh swivel, but it's a bit tight. There's a bend at the knee, pivot at the ankle, and bend at the toes. So it is pretty much, like I said, 3.0 articulation, but on a smaller scale, similar to Krillin, but with more soft goods. So we're just slowly seeing this line go further and further down this path of just making more streamlined figures that look great aesthetically from just about any angle. They're trying to hide the joints as best they can, roughly around the torso area. I don't really know why. I don't mind joints too much on things like this because it is an action figure. And there's so many joints everywhere else, like why cut it here? But the soft goods don't really get in the way of anything. So it's not really that much of a problem. It's just that for like figures like the original Beast Gohan, it felt like it was hindering the posability a bit. So I'm not sure if this will be the right way to go in the future, but if they keep improving, it'll probably be fine. Anyway, Gohan comes with 5 faces, so he's got a neutral face out of the box. He's got a determined look with rounded eyes, which matches well with the full power Goku. He's got a teeth gritted angry face. He's got the shocked battle damaged face, which is just moments before he turns Super Saiyan 2. And he has a mouth open shouting face. All of these faces are compatible with the windswept hair, and much like all windswept hair accessories that they've done, it works better with some faces than others, but it is a nice option to have for any sort of posing. And with all those faces and the windswept hair, you can get some pretty good action poses out of him. He's got good Masenko hands, Kamehameha hands. It's nice fun. He also comes with the classic Piccolo cloak. Now this one is a first for the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line because it's genuine soft goods. So it's a cloth cape with a soft plastic sort of cloak top. So you just pop off Gohan's head, pop on the cloak, and bend the cape pretty much however you want because there's a bendy wire all around it. So it can hold its pose really well and really dynamically. Works very, very well. And here is Gohan next to the 1.0 with the cloak, and you can see how far we've come. Yes, the cloak does look a little bit weird depending on your lighting and what other figures he's up against, but generally because it's a flowing cape and the top half is a soft plastic, it's not really that noticeable, and I think it works rather well. So yeah, it's a pretty damn good figure. I had a lot of fun posing him around and playing around with him. Just really, really solid. I love the colors that they've used on this. It's one of my favorite Super Saiyan yellows. There's some nice shading on it. There's also some shading around the body. It is hard to tell on camera just because it's a dark room with dark lighting, but there is some accenting on his actual gi. But generally, it's a very, very, very good standard release figure, and it's pretty much a sign of things to come for the rest of the Cell saga because it's pretty much guaranteed we'll be getting a new Cell at this point. We should be getting a second form as well. Hopefully second form will also indicate that we'll be getting a Super Vegeta, so bulky Vegeta, as well as a Super Trunks, so bulky Trunks. And then, of course, a new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Whether or not he'll be battle damaged, we'll see. Whether Cell comes with an alternate head for Gohan, or something like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan comes with Cell Jr. or Cell Juniors, or a new Perfect Cell comes with Cell Juniors. It'll all be just something we have to wait on. But it'll be interesting when it finally does happen. But overall, this is a very nice figure, and I really enjoyed my time with it. I hope you also enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.